Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday evening. We're back here live for Strong Therapy with, of course, your hosts, Brian and Carolyn Strong. How you guys doing over there this evening?
We're doing great. Thanks for joining with us today, Chris. We have an amazing show today.
Yes, I would say so.
Yes, I'm so excited. Wanted to talk about a few things that's been going on this week with us. Having a podcast, being married, working at home,
building a shelf,
organizing, being a painter. Carolyn was going fucking crazy. So this week, Carolyn got a cool calendar to plan. Daddy's been building a shelf in the garage so that we can put the shit up on shelves instead of
Maybe
it being
I can
everywhere.
Park my car in the garage.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Also, what else have we been doing? One of the greatest things happened to me. I got prescribed ADHD medicine, which made me so fucking hyper-focused this week that my house was clean. I fucking got organized. I was so fucking majorly focused this week.
The hand job was a whole lot better too.
Well, I'm glad that it worked out for you, honey.
Yeah.
You know.
It was much more efficient.
It was efficient. I thought you like it to be a little longer.
Hey, who doesn't?
Anyways, him and his hand jobs. Well, our show today is amazing. We have special guests today. We are so excited. I can't stop saying excited because I when you reach out to someone and they say yes, you're like, holy fuck. And that's exactly how I was. So I reached out to a beautiful lady, Gina Levy, and her husband, the Reverend Bob Levy. And we have them on our show today. Yay! The crowd goes wild.
It's good to be here. Right?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And, I know you have such a busy schedule, and to take time out for someone like us, just a smaller podcast, it just helps us out. And I love that you're a married couple and out there, and you guys seem similar to us in the whole crock pot world and doing all kinds of things like that. And, we all smoke.
12. Yeah, we smoke too much. Like, how much do you smoke now? She's quitting, but she's not a real smoker really, because she smokes only when she can. I smoke when I have to. You understand?
I don't take cigarette breaks at work. I'll just wait till I get home.
Bob
said
my sister's the same way.
Yeah, I don't need to smoke all day. But I enjoy smoking if I'm relaxing. I don't know what it is. I like it. But we are going to quit.
Maybe. She'll quit, not me.
It's hard to quit when someone else is smoking. We got to both quit.
Don't drag me into your fucking life.
It's good. Then don't quit.
All right, I'm not going to quit.
He does not smoke, so I have no one else to blame but myself, but I enjoy a good cigarette.
Only in bed.
I enjoy a cigarette. Probably almost as much as sex.
Well, you associated with things you enjoy. Eating, post-sex, shitting.
I don't take a cigarette shit break.
You don't?
Do I smoke in the house other than in my pate room?
Oh, yeah.
I have told him though, God, I wish I could take a shit and smoke, but I don't. So
I don't
isn't
think
that
I've
terrible?
ever taken a shit and smoked.
She doesn't shit.
Oh,
Let's get that out of the way. No, she doesn't.
I'm not
shit.
allowed.
She's not allowed. I can't know about it. If I find out she shits, she has to leave.
I shit every single day.
No, you don't.
I try to.
Stop. Well, you don't do it because you can't. Because you don't.
You do.
I do. I do it for you. God, it's unbelievable. You never thank me for anything.
She didn't shit for the first 7 years of our marriage.
Or fart.
No.
Yeah, well, that's good.
7 years. That's a great, good run.
No, that's the way it's supposed to be. Nobody wants to marry a fucking animal.
The only reason I became an animal is because I had gastric bypass. And after you have it, you like have all that gas inside you. So I'm like sitting on the couch and I just looked at him and I went, I'm gonna fart. Like I was so embarrassed and didn't want to do that in front of him. And he went, just let it go. Cause he knew how uncomfortable I was. His face, the big let loose, he went, we could have went without that.
I thought a heavyweight boxer was sitting there.
So really, honestly, no one really needs to know this, but the Reverend Bob Levy is an American comedian, radio personality, and for a brief period, a professional wrestler. That's what I was finding interesting about you, because I've seen your comedy, but you were a professional wrestler?
Yeah, I did everything. I do what I want to do. If I like something, I'll get into it, That's why I like doing podcasting again. I'm glad we're starting to work again out there. It's just great. Everything, I'll just stay busy all the time. That's what I like to do. If I'm not busy, I'm thinking of evil shit to do.
What kind of evil shit?
I kill people mostly,
Yeah.
I always get threats of violence.
Yeah, I got to keep busy. His mom, since I met her, always said that I have a broom up my ass, that I'm sweeping and like doing all kinds of, I've never stopped. I'm doing multiple things at the same time.
You just think it's a broom.
She doesn't do anything like that. She does nothing like that.
I'm very lazy. I work full time.
Yeah. So
as a nurse, so I'm tired. I do the bare minimum.
Yeah. So I have to do it, but it's good because when you're in a relationship, when she comes home, I go, honey, I vacuumed for you. I did the dishes for you. So now I'm getting blowjob points and shit like that. But it's like, I would do it if I lived alone, because you don't want to live like an animal. So, it's like, but I'm like doing her a favor. I tell her, like I did it, like her job for her.
You can't take that for granted.
You can't.
No.
What are these blowjob points you speak of?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I mean, one thing is like we don't have a problem with sex at all. It's like I don't think she's ever said no. I really can't see me saying no. So I don't think, we never have problems, right?
No.
That's cool.
It's perfect. Yeah.
And as
if
far
Bob
as
wants it, he gets it.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
Yeah.
I will
my
say,
man.
now he's saying that. I would say that I'm what percentage? I would say I'm at 80%. If I'm not feeling good, I'll say like, today it just let me whatever. Cause from the gastric bypass bullshit, I kind of get some unfeeling, but I'm one of those wives that I feel, now no one has to agree with me. If I want to keep my husband and he's a good man, I'm going to do what I got to do to keep him home.
Look how
and
happy
satisfied.
his face is. Look how happy he is to hear that.
And I try to. I mean, I try to as much as possible.
You try a lot.
But one of our articles coming up in News Therapy.
Oh, yeah. Segue.
Yeah, I'm really good at segues. He makes fun of me. So our first article today, guys, is the verdict is in. And these are the 10 verdict crime stories of 2019, but they were fucking hilarious. Just some of the shit that people do in this world.
Oh, yeah.
That go to jail for things are quite interesting.
I'm surprised these guys aren't closer.
Say, as long as there's been time, there has been crime, we all know. This roundup of crime committed during the year runs the gamut, from horny women who burn down a booty call to several men who sexually assaulted. My mouth did something. Animals. There was also a head found in a box of sex toys. Okay, these three guys,
these lookers,
aren't they so hot? They obviously look like they get a few women in their lives, you know. These three men sexually assaulted 9 horses, a cow, a goat, and dogs.
Holy shit!
So which one do you guys think did the dogs, or do you think they all did?
Okay. The first little tubby guy definitely. He looks like a fucking dog fucker.
I think the middle guy. I'm gonna go with the middle guy. He's the one that had sex with the animal. Did they all have sex with animals or just one?
They all had sex. They were all together. And if you see that one with the beard and the black eye, he must have got kicked in the fucking face by one of those horses.
Yeah,
his horse.
Yeah, I think the middle guy was the horse, and the last one. I think they might have.
I think the middle one's definitely sheep.
Yeah, you think he's too pretty for horse?
I think that he's he's not strong enough to get a horse.
Yeah, he doesn't look secure in himself.
He looked like he was probably. He's probably the younger one of the bunch, maybe, and he was just following along, and they were like, "You're gonna fuck the horse too."
The first guy looks creepy. The first guy looks.
The first guy definitely looks like he's
like a child molester. And, yeah, he's got like everything. He's like
he has the white van.
Like
he has the white van driving around the parks.
Yeah, he's the one with
bunker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They actually, they probably were like.
Well, the middle one looks like he'd get sloppy seconds from a dog.
Yeah, he don't look too happy, you know.
And the funny part is when they were arguing about all this, you got to hear this. They focused on the fact that all of the animals were female, so they were okay with bestiality, but we ain't no queer.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they
like
focused on
that picky. Yeah.
Yeah, such just.
Yeah, we're men.
Yeah.
So they say. They say they were all female. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
The whole new version of animal husbandry.
Oh gosh. The next story is we've got man's remains found in freezer at deceased wife's Utah home. May have been there for more than a decade.
Oh.
Police got an unexpected. Yeah, man got an what is wrong with my mouth?
Spit it out, motherfucker!
I thought you were gonna say bitch, and I was gonna.
That would be the first time you ever said "spit it out."
I swallow, Sir Levy.
Yeah, I don't.
Every time.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. There's the occasional time he might have some asparagus, and that ain't happened.
I had a fruit salad this time.
Yes.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, I don't tell her to taste it. I tell her to swallow it. You don't have to fucking taste it. Get it past the fucking taste buds and down to the tummy.
The trick is using a straw, really, to avoid the taste. It's just like anything else.
Yeah.
You're the only person I ever swallowed.
Well, of course, because I have a superior cum.
Yeah, it's very good.
That's a different kind of white supremacy.
Yeah, it makes them want to put on a hood and walk to town.
It's a proper consistency.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
Brian was like, sometimes when I jack him off, I'll look at it like a doctor and I'll go, "You're healthy." Like afterwards, and he'll be like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, last week we were took a little minute before we had our sexual time, and it was a little yellow, but we've been up on time, so it's a nice and clear and white consistency."
So when it's old, it's more yellow?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it looks more like rice pudding, I guess.
Yes.
Oh my.
Well, yeah, we don't.
That tech.
You learn something new every day.
Well, I don't know for sure, but that's what my grandmother told me.
It's like a Thanksgiving dinner discussion.
Yeah. Pass the peas and make sure that your cum is clear and white. If not, you're not doing it well enough.
Or just enough in general.
You should also check for lumps while you're down there. I mean, just the ball sack. Just check.
I do the whole 3-finger, kind of like we do for us. And then I do the whole.
So that's why you say cough.
Yes.
Oh.
Where you put your 3 fingers.
So here is his shaft and here is his balls. So then after I do the 3-finger, which he has no idea, he thinks I'm just being all sexy and everything. Then I grab his balls and I roll them around like a couple marbles. And that usually gets him going, oh.
Yeah. You don't use your honey, you don't use your fingers unless you have a finger on your tongue. On your tongue.
A finger on my tongue?
Now do you...
I can't hear him.
I can't hear a finger on your tongue.
A finger on my tongue.
You don't use your fingers.
Oh.
Now, do you guys use any? I'm getting off topic, but this is more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Do you guys use toys?
No,
We haven't yet.
We haven't used toys. I think toys are for rookies. I'm more of a dildo than anything that can be in her. At that, besides me, and I don't think it's needed. Do you?
I think that if you were secure enough, we could introduce a toy. I mean, I'm comfortable with you.
Maybe a big wheel. I'll be happy with. That's about it.
A slinky.
Slinky.
Just write it in.
This is a good time.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
It's like this is a good time to remind the viewer that if you tense up the muscles at the back of your neck behind your ears, just so your head will vibrate pretty good. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Really?
Like this?
Oh no, it's hard to do. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'll have to.
You might have to get behind the screen because I really want to see the face you make. We are open to toys. I will not lie.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
Well, when we started out, I was pretty naive when it came to sex when we first met. I hadn't had very many partners. I hadn't had the big O. Like no other motherfucker knew what they were doing until he came in. And our funny.
I mean, you know what I mean? You were having the big O, just not with a man.
Yes. And when it happened, like when it started to happen, I remember him saying, now, if you feel like you've got to pee, just go with it. And I went, what are you talking about? Again, I'm naive. And he was like, just trust me. Just trust me. So it's going on. I said, I got to cover my face. And he went, huh? I grabbed the pillow and I just went like this because I was so freaked out. But then when we got all finished, I went, that's fucking never happened. And I thought, he's nice. It's the beginning of computers. He's an IT guy. He just gave me the big O. He buys me dinner. He buys me diamonds. He's sweet, kind. I'm marrying this motherfucker. And that's another reason I will keep him happy because he's sweet. He's sweet.
Yes. Yes, that is so important. Bob is so sweet.
Well, what do you mean?
He wasn't always sweet. He used to have a little Xanax problem. He was just a monster. And then he stopped taking Xanax.
I went to rehab.
Went to rehab, and he came out of rehab. I mean, it's been bumpy, but consistently, he is just the nicest person to live with. Very easygoing and just kind and complimentary. Compliments my cooking. He's just a dream husband, really, honestly.
I got everything.
He wasn't always that way, and then boom.
No, what she's trying to say is I'm everything. That's what she's trying to say.
You are. You make me so happy.
I do.
Oh, I love to hear that. And it's funny. It's funny because his sister, when we were first dating, she goes, don't tell people how nice my brother is because them bitches will come after him. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, if you brag about who you're with, then they're like, oh, maybe I missed something.
I don't know.
No one's getting within 10 feet of Bob.
No, she's very defensive. Is that
I'm gonna, I'm a little jealous. I have a little tiny bit jealous sometimes.
Well, yeah, because whatever, you just can't handle it. I mean, I don't do anything anymore.
I mean, you don't do anything anymore, but there's that reputation you used to have, and it's just like, I'm not a comedian. I'm not in show business. I don't know what I have to adapt. I don't know exactly. I can't just be that woman that knows how to be with a comedian.
Well, now wait a second, because I worked at a hospital, and those male nurses and stuff like that are flirty. So, Mr. Lee,
at work, it's just no one could touch Bob Levy.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's like if somebody's not flirting with your girl or guy, they're not attractive, truthfully. So why get upset?
People hit on me.
No, well, you like when women always talk to me. No, I'm kidding. She can't stand it.
I love that face, because I have that face.
I would think that with the worst are like the really, really old men. Like, hey, come here over here,
Yeah, but they're not too bad
They're
with
all
me.
old men.
They hit on me sometimes, the old men, but not that often. Now they know I'm out of their league. Look at me. I feel Jackson. I'm fucking beautiful. You can't have me. You fucking old fucking go to a home and fucking put up your joke.
Your mother's single.
My mother's single. She's 85. Holy shit.
So wow. Is she living on her own, or is she in a nursing home?
No, she lives in her own house.
She lives in her own house. I mean,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does she have any gentlemen callers?
No, she was dating a mafia guy for a long time, but then he passed away. And then she was with my father for a long time, and then him after. They were best friends, And so it was all right for everybody. You know what I mean? He came into the family, and it was great.
I have the nicest mother-in-law. Do you have a nice mother-in-law? Yeah, I do too.
No,
I have the nicest.
She's looking like she's.
I do. I have the nicest mother-in-law. Finally, my last one was. Oh my god.
She loves me. I love her. She's just a little rough around the edges. She's one of those moms. The poor woman's in a nursing home and has been. We're getting ready to break her out. His sister. She's gotten the shots, and she gets out. Cheryl, my lovely mother-in-law, she gets out March 1st, and we're gonna have her home at Amber's house, and we're gonna
she bought a new house with a master bedroom downstairs.
Yeah, so that she misses the grandkids. She's so freaking depressed being in there, and lost weight and all that. I mean, she needs her Snickers whenever she wants it. Once you get to a certain point in life, fucking let them live.
Oh, I love it. You guys are doing something so wonderful.
There's no rules. The rules, you can't give somebody rules at that age. Yeah, am I right? Because once you get to be that age, you're so used to doing it. It's degrading. They feel like a piece of shit. I mean, unless somebody really wants to be there, I don't think they should be able to go there. I think there should be, instead of getting to pay for that, maybe the state can pay that some families can, would say, okay, I'll take her because I'm getting paid for this a little. But
that's a brilliant fucking idea. I mean, that right there. I mean, she.
It's kind of an old school thing too, where they used to stay with the younger parts of the family, and it's not like that so much anymore.
Well, in a lot of cultures, they still do that. Asian cultures, Asian cultures, as well as like Middle Eastern families. Like in our neighborhood, there's I was going to say ISIS, but that's wrong. What is that?
Jesus Christ.
What is the different people that live in our neighborhood?
Indian?
Different Indians, and they have huge houses, and it's several generations, and they have their kitchen in their garage.
Indians.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost like when we moved to Staten Island, they were called mother and daughter houses they put up. Okay. So you had an apartment on the side. And my mother's parents lived down there. So the grandparents were right downstairs, and you just had to walk around, and it was nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Carolyn, I
Yeah.
could settle this pretty easily for you, scientifically. Is there a toilet as a hole in the front yard? Because if so, conclusive.
Yes.
No, I haven't seen any yard shitting.
No. I've seen piles of sand.
Gee.
Anyways, so yeah, it's wonderful that she gets to come home. And I don't know if you're anything like me, Gina, but I'm all about finding a sale or anything free, and I'm one of those women that gets on Facebook and finds shit. It was like 2:00 in the morning. This is why she's mad at me, probably. 2:00 in the morning, and I went on Craigslist where they're having like free shit. And it was a electric wheelchair that's normally worth like $7,000.
Wow.
And it said on there, free, come pick up. And I messaged, it was 2 or 3 in the morning. I messaged a sister thinking she was in bed and it's going to be gone. Her husband is a actual mail delivery guy. So he was out doing that, not mail, newspaper. And she messaged him. It was there.
Wow.
So now my mother-in-law is pissed off at me because she said, I don't need no goddamn mechanical wheelchair, but it'll be good for her.
You mean it was like a hover round or something?
It's like the kind with the little thing here.
Yeah, you stare at it with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, tell her I'll take it if she
Sell
doesn't
it.
fucking want it. I'll take it.
I know, right?
I'm not-
And she's legally blind, so we were trying to figure out so she doesn't run over the dogs or hit the furniture. And my sister, I was talking to my sister about it. She goes, you know that people, when they're hunting, they have those deer sensors. I guess deer sensors or something like that. She said he needs to put that around the side and it'll beep when she gets too close to things. So he's going to tinker with it and see what he can
so it's
do.
like those robotic vacuums.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, like a Rumba. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That sounds good.
Anyways, police got an unexpected 2-for-1 when they were called to check up on an elderly, I don't know why my tongue's fucked up. Elderly woman's neighbor hadn't seen her for a while. You just read it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my
One
mouth.
warm and one very cold. Cops in Utah doing a welfare check on Jeanne Soren Mathers found the 74-year-old woman dead in her apartment, where they also discovered her husband's corpse in a freezer. The man's body may have been kept on ice for up to 11 years, authorities said. Foul play is suspected. Foul odor as well. Boo.
I know. Foul odor as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that'd be a natural death if you're keeping someone in the freezer. They were probably having a fight and she brained him with the ashtray.
I think
Unless
she
she was getting a check.
Yeah.
Like a social security check. She was keeping that one going. I've seen it done before.
I've heard of that too.
I've heard it.
I was
That's
thinking that, or even his retirement, but like both. Like she's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get his goddamn retirement full, not partial. I'm gonna get his full Social Security, not partial.
No, I bet she probably got maybe 60% of his retirement because they don't get the full retirement.
Well, if they don't know he's dead, he gets the
Yeah.
full amount.
Oh,
yeah, she's
you're
just
right.
depositing his check into a
Yeah.
mutual account. Like it's good to go. So yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like-
you're right.
He hasn't left the house, gone
I'm
anywhere.
telling you.
Yeah.
And you know
Nothing.
who did that? Have you heard of Dorothea Puentes? Probably not. She's a serial killer. That did
Oh,
that,
I'm a crime freak.
I
I
would
will
love
listen
that.
to everything.
Yeah. Dorothea Puentes or whatever. She ran a boarding house for senior citizens, and they would die, but because she would kill them and then bury them, and then she was just getting everybody's check, and it was just like a revolving door. But she did get caught, and I think she died in prison.
I think
I
heard
remember
that
her. Did
story.
she
That's
like
fitting.
also kill them, like giving medication to them to like make them pass away? And yeah, she's a
You'd have
sneaky
to,
bit-
right? Like you'd have to do something sketchy. You couldn't. It couldn't appear foul play. It would have to look like a. you know.
She would just bury them in the backyard, though, so they would just disappear off the face of the earth. No one, they didn't have family, you know, kind of a thing. She was very smart about who she took in.
Wow,
That's
Yeah,
funny.
you couldn't hire a couple of wranglers to beat him to
We
death.
watch a lot of TV.
Oh, but I listen to several audio podcasts.
She like snapped,
Yeah, I like that
and
one.
then I start sweating. You know, I feel like I
think
did
Bob
something
does too.
wrong.
Yeah, I was
She
gonna
started
say,
watching that.
Bob, you better watch out. Your wife knew she's pulling serial killers' names off the top of her head like it's nothing, like it's a
Yeah.
recipe for cookies or something.
Yeah.
Name a crime, I'll give you the serial killer.
But like we know, we watch it all night. Like we'll watch it, we'll go to sleep with that, and she'll have a dream that I killed her in a dream or something like that. And she for the whole day, and she goes, "We got to put something on as we're going to sleep that's normal that won't change our dreams."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Right.
kind of comedy or something. The
Yeah.
I listen to True Crime Garage.
48 hours.
Those are the
Yeah.
TV shows. I mostly listen to podcasts like when I'm doing stuff about murder. And locally here we had the I can't think of the name of it. Two girls that made national news. Two girls that got killed.
Oh, West Lafayette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been doing stuff on that. I've been keeping up on that because those two little girls got picked up by some motherfucker in the Goshen. I want to say Goshen.
They were by the railroad tracks.
Right, that big the big railroad tracks that are high up. They don't use them anymore. They
Yeah,
walked
yeah,
in,
Yeah.
came back. Right, I saw that too.
yeah. And then there's the one that's really popular. The girl that runs it, Crime Junkie. She's from Indianapolis, and she does a lot of that shit. And she's really good. She's made it to the top of the audio podcast list, but hers is really good if you want to listen. Anyways, we also got which one did you? I'm going to have you read because for some reason my tongue only works well for your dick.
All right.
Oh, see, that's nice. That's the way it's supposed to be, you know?
Mhm.
like on a Hallmark card, you know.
One of those expensive Hallmark cards.
Maybe I'll make a T-shirt that says that my tongue's only for you.
Yeah, but
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but any guy that reads that gonna think it's for him.
Oh wait,
You.
I'll put an arrow to Brian.
I'll be
The
going.
arrow going down a little.
A little.
Speaking of sex toys, a woman's box of sex toys contained her lover's decapitated head. There are weird neighbors, then there's Maria del Carmen. Not only did the Spanish woman ask a neighbor to store a box of sex toys for her, the box contained the decapitated, rotting head of Del Carmen's missing husband.
Jesus.
According to reports, Del Carmen told the neighbor that she wanted the sex toys out of her house while it was being scoured by investigators looking for clues to her beau's disappearance. Yeah, I bet she
Here's
did.
my question. Did she hand the box over and say, "Here's a box of sex toys. Can you look out? Can you hold? I don't want the cops to find the sex toys." Or was she just like, "Can you just hold this box for me?" Because I think like if you don't know what's in the box, should you be going through other people's boxes? He was going through her box.
You can't touch another woman's box unless she tells you. It's just the way it is these days.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
neighbor
law.
just-
Yeah.
This box is moist.
Oh,
I remember a time you could dive in there head first, both hands just roofing through it.
Yeah.
But these days,
It changed. Everything's different now.
Yeah, nosy neighbor.
Yeah, what if she calls her back? Now, I see all these other sex toys in here. What's the head used for?
cunnilingus. She's
I know,
got
God,
that head
that's a
down.
lot of work.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
well, the neighbor sensed something was wrong when the box started to stink.
Well, and to me, okay, if she was using it for cunnilingus, she has a sex toy box. They have a fake tongue you can buy unless he was the best fucking eater she ever had. And she's like, I just want to remember him.
He had the perfect ears you could just grab.
He had good ears.
Oh, let's see.
Men do that shit all the time. They will kill a woman, cut her head off. I mean, they can do things with the head that a woman probably can't do. But.
Yeah, I'd like to just look at it because it's not talking all fucking day anymore. And that gives me the biggest boner I ever had in my life when I'm staring at that fucking skull on top of the fucking microwave silently with those lips wanting that meaty cock of mine.
And now I'm gonna shit down your neck.
Yeah. And the face is going. I saw you do it. I'm glad you're here.
Oh,
you're a beautiful lady, and you're so funny. Okay, and your handsome husband. You two are great.
Thank you.
We are.
And that's why I wanted you guys on here, because I love couples. I mean, couples, not single people too, but it's nice for other people to see that there is fucking crazy couples that talk about and do anything. And, you know, some people think that we're fucking swingers just because we talk about this shit. No, we're not.
No,
we're just fucking open to talk about shit. Now look, did you know? Now, did you notice his smile when he looked at me like, I really want to?
Really want to
They all want to
be a swinger?
No, I don't.
He wants to swing one way where he gets it and I just sit over there.
They never want to bring another man in.
Well, why do you need another man? Like, you know what I mean?
Why do you need another woman?
I didn't say I did. You're the one that just said I did. You said I'm not bringing a man. I'm not bringing a man over, you know? Going to eat my food, smoke my cigarettes. And then after that, he's going to fuck my wife.
We just want a high five over your back.
No, that's awkward.
Yeah.
That's, I mean.
I don't know how anybody can have a threesome.
Bob is the king of trains. He's a fucking conductor of the train. The original.
Choo-choo. I'm one half of the Load Warriors, the Legion of Goo.
And then die on one girl situation.
Well, it's okay when it's with your friend, and you know, fucking. It's okay because we were always 90 degrees away from each other, whether we went like this way or that way. This rules, goddamn.
Brian,
it's okay to do the Chinese puzzle. You know,
Chinese finger trap.
You gotta do that now.
I never did that.
That was before we met. That wasn't me.
I know. I hear you.
And as far as that's concerned, I guess I'm kind of one of those girls or women or whatever that, like, that was the past. He's with me, because we really don't.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to be one of those girls that like fucking harp on that shit. I mean, what we've done shit, maybe not in the same manner, but shit we don't want them to think about either.
Right.
And now he's looking at me
I
like
like to tease him about it because it's just his life was so crazy back then.
Yeah, but now I'm like, it's still crazy, but I'm in control of my life, I think.
Right, you're different now, but I'm just saying some of the things this man has done. Oh my God. God.
Could that be a whole segment maybe some other time?
Yeah.
That's a private segment.
I feel like
that could be segments.
Those ones where you don't want to listen to it again.
I feel like I know the feeling because like my girlfriend is much younger than me, and so it's like I'll have all this weird shit I could tell her, and she's 15 years younger than me, so she just doesn't have like the equal balance. So I feel like I should have shut up a long time ago when it came to all that stuff with her. I'm like, I shouldn't have told her any of this stuff.
Yeah, I tell her everything because somebody will walk up and go, you remember that time you did this or whatever? So I just tell her, I'm writing a book now, so all these things are coming in the book, and she's heard most of them because I don't want her to be surprised. Like she'll be like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, because I don't think you should know this.
No, I think that's good that you're being honest with her. I mean, it would be uncomfortable, I think, as a woman's perspective, but it makes you a better person by being honest with her and telling her beforehand so that her feelings don't get hurt or her jealousy doesn't come out, right? Because you said you were a jealous person.
She is totally jealous. Would you say you're the worst? Like, you're probably bad at this?
No, because I don't like hurt people. I mean, that's the worst. Like, you're going to go like beat somebody up or follow them in your car. I don't do stuff like that. I mean,
Or cut their head off and put it in your toy box.
Right. Have sex with I'm going to have sex with your ex-girlfriend's head. You know, fucking stop.
Freaky deaky.
I wonder if one of the toys went in one of the head's orifices.
When he opened the box, there was a big
It's just
dildo
going-
in the guy's mouth.
In his eye.
So our next section is called Relationship Smash Up.
Oh yes, the relationship.
And as we get here, this was just funny to me.
Segue.
Yeah. So it's called What Do Men Want in Women? I hate fucking articles like this, but I brought it up so.
I
His
want
dick.
my dick in a woman.
Exactly. That's all I kept. I want her to shut up. I want her to take my dick whenever I want it. Cook me a good meal. That's all I came up with.
I need a
And go to work.
warm
Warm what?
Hole.
a warm hole.
Oh.
Any kind of warm hole.
Right.
So it's
Men
beauty
have
and
warm
brains.
holes.
Beauty and
What?
brain. Beauty and
Oh.
brains. Which you're a nurse. There you go, brains. And you're absolutely gorgeous. I know I keep saying that, but you're very pretty. Very pretty. I love the whole, what nationality are you?
Sicilian and Greek.
I am half Sicilian. Maybe I'm attracted to the Sicilian side because the dark hair and we have the cheeks, the high
Oh, I
cheekbones,
know. I'm
And you
awful
have-
cheap.
and you have the whole,
And Greek's not really too far.
no, just you're gorgeous. Just, I have to say that.
Oh, thank
You lucked
you.
out there, Sir Levy.
I'm-
Sweet. I need to hear that. I need to hear
You
that.
need to hear it.
Thank
Like,
you.
I don't say that enough to you. I don't say it enough. Tell me how many
I
times
look
a
like
day.
shit all week long. Do I not? When I work, oh my God. Bob's like, are you going to take a shower today?
No,
Oh my God.
that's because I want to eat her ass.
I have to say that to Brian. Are you going to take a shower?
You get the salad shooter.
I'm like, you're not going to get any of this unless you don't smell like me. Oh, not going to happen.
I'm also half Southern Italian. Carolyn, I didn't know so many of us on the show today were people of color.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
We're fucking funny Italians. That's what the fuck it is. We're brilliant people. We like to move and shake and have fun and
Okay.
not you. He's Mr. German Irish.
Oh, white boy.
I like my redheaded. Well, he's turning white now, but he was my redheaded boy, my little Irishman.
Yeah.
The opposites attract. Like darks are attracted to lights, I think, right? Because you're not Italian at all.
No, but I'm dark. I like dark. I like dark. I mean, I like
See?
dark hair. I never married a blonde. I never dated one for a long time. It's not my thing. I mean, I like what I like, and I kind of stay that way.
And you can see my
Nothing wrong with
roots.
that.
This is blonde is all fucking fake. My hair's like really dark brown. I went blonde because all my kids came out with light hair like him and people thought I was babysitting. You know, it's like,
Pull it off. You look good with blonde hair.
thank you very much.
I cannot pull it off. I've tried.
We'll try it tonight.
She can put a wig on. You can color
I
candy.
don't have a wig. What am I going to have a wig for? What do you think
I'm going to buy a blonde wig now. You wait.
Well, I'm going to the next woman I skin them. I'll take the hair off.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
It puts the scalp on the head.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. We're having fun. That's what this is fucking about.
You're gonna come home to one of those little mannequin heads in the corner, all freaky. Like, okay, now I know what's in the pipeline
Yeah.
here.
Now, are you? They say that independency is attractive. So, as far as like when you guys are home, Are you a couple like where you're constantly on top of each other? Or are you okay separate and having your own like time together? Like, as far as I'm concerned, me and Brian, we don't have to be on top of each other all the time. We meet for fucking dinner. You know, he works, I do my thing.
No, we're always together. Like, and when I'll put something on she don't want to watch, she'll go inside.
He watches a lot of sports, and I'm just honestly not that into sports. I like my team. I'm from California. I like a few of my teams, but I'm not looking forward to watching that unless it's a big game or my team. I'm not. He watches every possible thing you can watch. That's sports related.
Well, it's better than Dr. Phil at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we have our different, television preferences, and we go into separate rooms and watch. We've only been married for 2 years. So.
What do I know? I've only been a doctor for 25 years.
That's Dr. Phil.
What do I know?
But, yeah, so
Yeah.
I think we have a good combination of that too, where we're if we do, we'll sit together on the couch. He lets me sit next to him on the couch now.
Yeah.
He didn't always used to. He was like, I need room. I can't breathe. So
I'm like that.
Yeah, but now he's like, come here, baby. He's so sweet now.
Aw, I know that there's moments like even, I always go back to sex because that's our time, because with having 3 kids, we'll get finished.
I like the time afterwards too.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. When we get finished, he has a little spot where I lay my head and we'll lay there. And if I'm on the wrong side, I can't get comfortable. So I sometimes have to move. And usually I can handle, unless I'm really tired and I fall asleep there, maybe 15, 20 minutes, but then I need a cigarette. Then I'm like, we lay there and I'll go, okay, I'm done. I'm like a dude. I'm like, okay, I'm sweating. I'm hot. I need to get away. I need to go smoke. We're done. We're finished. Everybody's satisfied. Okay. Go take care of everything else. Go downstairs, check on the kids, make sure the house is not burning down, that kind of shit.
You don't have to go grab a pint of ice cream afterwards?
Something to cool down. Yeah.
Well, she feeds it to me. She feeds me. She does a lot of things.
He likes ice cream after sex.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah, and I like when she'll just rub my head like a dog. I don't know, right? Like I like little things like that. I
like Brian. We'll be even driving in the car, and he'll go, "Will you scratch my head?" And then I'm like, "We're gonna die." Like I'll tease him, but then he's like this, and he'll take his hat off, and I scratch the top of his head, and he's driving like this because I have short arms. I'm only 5'1", and I'm like, I can't reach.
It's freaking awesome though.
I'm 5'1" and he's 6'2", and then my arms are short like a midget or a little whatever. So there's not a lot of.
You guys should stand up next to each other so we can see the contrast.
Oh God, you might only see my boobs. Let's see. You can see the difference.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I'm glad I had you do that.
Yeah, because like Gino Visconti, when we met him in Atlantic City, when he walked up to us, he said, I thought you were taller and he was shorter. I was like, nope, I'm just 5'1".
Oh my God.
We just had a baby in our family this week, a new baby. My great nephew, Levi Francis. He's named after my dad. And the reason I'm bringing this up is the whole height thing. His dad is really tall, but our side of the family is really short. My dad was only 5'6", Sicilian, round man. When he was younger, he was really skinny. But the picture of him coming home today, we're all freaking out because he was 9 pounds, 7 ounces. His legs, you know how they have the newborn part in the basket? His legs surpass the newborn part. And I went, that's my maiden name's Piazza. I said, that's not from the Piazza side. That is completely the Tableson side.
That's corn-fed leg.
Yeah, he's a big baby. But Brian, my girls are going to be tall. My my 10-year-old's creeping up on me. Like, she's like, I'm like, shit, they're going to beat the fuck out of me. These 3 girls are crazy. 10, they're going to just tackle me. They're already tackling each other. They're going to get shitty at me. And I'm going to be laying out on the floor in the kitchen, and Brian's going to.
I'm going to have to start working out.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, you're in for a world of hurt. 3 girls? Oh, my.
Yeah, I did what I could.
Just when they become teenagers, that's the only thing. It's just, it changes. Not always.
Just pray for me. Say the rosary. Say everything you can, because these girls are, if they're anything like their mother, because I was a good girl. I just cussed a lot. They just fight like fucking men. I mean, it's just like scary. Yeah. And we were talking about one of the lists on what men want is to be babied. And you brought that up. Bring Brian, his dinner if he's working late. I'll bring his food upstairs if we don't have.
That is a nice gesture, I must say. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it's always nice to do something subtle. Like, for instance, if they're asleep, like they might do it to us, but when they're asleep, kiss them on the forehead. That's a sweet little thing to do. Like,
yeah, just don't scare the shit out of me.
he'll have a fucking heart attack and die, and I'll get that $500,000 insurance policy.
Oh, how wonderful!
Every time I walk into the bedroom, like if she's sleeping already, and I come in, and I'll sit down on the other side, and I'll turn around. She'll wake up and look at me and scream at the top of her lungs like she's getting murdered. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I'm easy to start.
Yeah, but that's
I
crazy.
start easy.
It's too much. I mean, with the screaming and that shit. I mean, who do you think is here?
I don't know. I was sleeping, and then a man just shows up. I don't know who it is yet.
Yeah.
I bet that's due to your medical background, where you sleep light. Because there might be times where you're working over and you might take a 20-minute snooze or something on a break. Yeah.
Or do you ever get to take a nap?
We have a meditation room at the hospital I'm working at. As a matter of fact, never seen one before in 18 years.
They're good.
Oh my gosh. I go to that meditation room like at least once or twice a week. And sometimes I do fall asleep, and I have my timer on my phone to wake me up. Oh,
yeah.
That really I really like this hospital I work at because
it rejuvenates you. Like how they do say a lot, like a power nap. Talking about power naps, when I connected with Gina, both of you men were taking a nap at the same time.
Oh,
that's right.
Nothing wrong with a nap.
Were we together?
Yeah. Well, you and him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I sometimes take a nap. Sometimes, like I'm not used to getting up at 5 a.m. and then taking her to work. I drive her there, and then I come home, and I'm kind of tired. But if I really don't have a busy thing going on or a gig that night, I won't take a nap. But I don't get much sleep, because my mind's always racing.
I think it's nice. I think it's fine that you take a nap, because he gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning with me every day and takes me to work to Philadelphia, and then drives home. He has stuff to do. And if you get to take a nap, that's fine. Why would I care if you took a nap? He does so much.
Neither one of us gave a shit that you were taking a nap. I just thought it was fucking hilarious that at the same time, during the same time, you both, I would like respond to her. I was like, Brian's taking a nap too.
That's right.
It's so nice.
That was funny.
It's so nice just to wake up and you're like, you don't know what day it is. And
I know, that's a trip.
I don't know anymore what day it is, anything. I'm waiting for this to be over.
That's why I had to get that fucking calendar on my wall, because I don't know what day it is, what time it is. I got to be able to see it and look at it and know what the fuck I'm planning.
It's fucking Groundhog's Day. It's almost,
Yeah, exactly. I want to, let's see. This mom teaches, it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. So I wanted to get your guys' input on this one.
Okay.
This mom teaches her daughter that virginity doesn't exist, and her reasons are so important. Now, it did go viral. It was on TikTok. A woman brought it up, asked just like the question, where was it? Just basically, what is something you teach your kids that other people will not, will think is weird or just odd. So her TikTok video, you just got to hear what the fuck she says, Chris. I don't know if I sent you the link on that.
Yeah, we got it right here.
He's pulling it up.
Okay.
Name something about the way you raise your kids that people...
I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but what are you going to do? I got chilling on my boobs. Ignore me. I'm raising my 5 daughters to believe that there is no such thing as virginity. It is a patriarchal concept used to control women and serves no purpose other than making women feel bad about ourselves. Just because some guy randomly sticks his penis in you at some point in your life does not change your worth. It does not change who you are. It doesn't do anything other than it happened. Sex is important. It's a big deal. It should always be a big deal. It has nothing to do with your first time. And oh, God, it's just ridiculous. The whole concept's ridiculous. And I get a lot of crap from other moms saying, oh, well, does you think that'll make your daughters promiscuous? Don't you think that? I was like, no, I'm raising them to be good people and have solid foundations and like make their own choices and make smart, intelligent choices, not because some book says not to.
She needs to rethink her hairdo.
Yeah, maybe.
The whole thing about her is that I hope she loses her be able to play on her softball team every Saturday. Because let me tell you something. That's a woman that's tied a dick that's fucking getting pussy right now.
But
okay?
she's 100% right.
What? Why?
Listen, you take a human sexual behavior class at a university, and I know they indoctrinate people, but listen, women are really taught and made to feel a certain way about sex, and it's not okay. It's not cool. Mm-hmm. I don't want my daughter having, she said that she doesn't want her daughter to be promiscuous. She doesn't want, that's not the point, but the point is, but she also has to realize that virginity is like a scientific term that you just cannot change the meaning of or change the reality of it. But I get her message. You know what I'm saying? I get her message on it, but you can't like say, I'm not a female or male. There's just things that they're going a little bit too.
There's a lot of things as far, us having 3 girls, we're very, obviously, because we talk about sex, I've been very open, and some people might think it's odd, men and women, when they were children, they masturbate without even knowing what it is. Oh, this feels good, blah, 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 rubbing on a couch or whatever. So when our kids did those kind of things and you notice it and you're a parent and you're uncomfortable, I went as far as to say things like, okay, that feels good, I know. But when we do that, we go to our room and we have our private time. Like, I don't want him to be.
Thank God I've never had to say that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother, like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't mind you doing it, but not when
I would just be like,
No.
Well, and it was the only reason I probably did it was because now that I'm older and I knew I did it.
I don't think we want them to feel ashamed about it.
Ashamed about it, but everybody knows what the fuck they're doing in the room when they're humping the floor
I have no fucking clue.
And I think it's because I did it. And now that I'm older, I'm like, fuck, everybody saw what I was doing. Like they knew what I was doing. How fucking embarrassing. So
well, my parents finally got me my own VCR, so that probably
and your own couch for the room.
See, I want plastic to put on the walls.
I don't mind you doing this. But don't do it when grandma's sitting on the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Get you a TV for your room.
Yeah.
But specifically about the virginity thing, I guess I'm old school because I feel like, okay, I valued my virginity. Like I said, I was not someone that went out and did whatever. But
just a lot of heavy petting.
Well, yes. And then I got to a certain age. I'm not going to lie. I was 21 when I lost my virginity. So pretty late. And I just was focused on, and this was my decision. It was, I want to see what the fuck this is all about. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I had that decision of doing that.
Yeah.
With my kids, I want them to be open to sex. I know they're going to see things. I mean, this world is way worse than Skinamax when I was a kid.
Kids
you know what I mean?
nowadays, they don't seem as interested in stuff that we were interested in, like driving and.
I know.
Yeah, the kids today are they're more into sex because I always see them at a furniture store rubbing on stuff.
That kid over there is really fucking that couch hard.
He's looking at Twitter going, yeah, this is what the one I want to get, Dad.
We're going to have to give him a reduced price on the floor model.
That's how they get the discount.
See, I get
Ignore
torn.
that stain right there.
Yeah, don't smell it.
I get torn on this one because you say a girl isn't a virgin, no big deal, probably even a good thing. But if you replace that with like, if you say it's 100, does it matter now? It's like it might to some guys. You know what I mean? So I wonder like if it holds up forever or if it's only true of like when you're talking about losing the virginity. You know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, like if you are with a girl, and you don't like the fact that she's been sexually active before, then you're
with the wrong girl,
pickings
right?
are slim.
Yeah.
Yeah. and a lot of men don't want it's a double standard because it's definitely like it's not the same if a woman has sex with 100 people and then you got somebody over let's have sex with 500 people.
Why are you mad at me? Don't get mad at me.
That's okay. Larry Bayar's got him beat because he told us 2,000, and I was like, holy shit. He said he doesn't ever discuss any of that with any of his girls because he had him beat like in 5th grade.
Most people I'd say bullshit on that number, but knowing Larry well personally, that's probably an underestimate.
2,000 different people or 2,000 times?
People.
Yeah,
people.
If you look at it, that's you can't get those numbers.
There's 365 days a year.
When did you start? It's impossible.
The math might not work out on it.
He looks
Larry,
younger than he is.
You did. You had sex with 2,000. You did.
Wow. You fucked more white women than 2020.
All I know is that I just feel like, and there was a lot of different opinions as far as what people, gave their comments on.
Well, I think the thing is you never forget your first too, so I think that plays into it a little bit.
Yeah. And honestly, like I said on mine, I was just like, I had been dating the guy for a while and we had been, heavy petting and everything. I was like, fuck. And I'm old school. So I went, okay, so if we have sex, you'll wear a condom. If I get pregnant, will you marry me? And he was like, I love you so much. They'll say anything.
Then he starts playing Meatloaf.
Of course. And I was like, fuck it. And I was like, shit. And again, because I hadn't had Brian yet, I was like, this isn't anything.
I lost my virginity to a girl called Punk Rock Girl. If that tells you anything.
I don't remember the name of mine.
Punk Rock Girl was her name. She had a real fucked up haircut. And I even gave her the option. I was like, we don't have to do this if you don't want to. And she pulled back the cover and patted the bed next to her. I go, well, shit, I'm going in. So.
And how was it?
Well, I had masturbated 3 times before that. I didn't even know she was coming over. And I was like going for like 40 minutes. And she's like, you're not a virgin. There's no way you're a virgin. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I didn't get to finish.
Oh.
I also didn't the first time I was with somebody. It was just the condom was funky.
If I had finished, I wouldn't have known it.
When was your first?
I was 18, and I remember all the blood all over the place, and it was a parent's room bed, and
she was a virgin.
Then he had to hide the knife, though. That's the tough part, is hiding the knife.
I pulled it out of her back after
That's right.
I remember the blood everywhere.
And Gina.
That's what you remember? Yes.
Gina, he doesn't want any toys because he has a hidden box with her head in it.
Oh. Call back.
Well, again, we'd like to thank you both for coming. It's been great to have you guys on.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
You two are amazing. Is there anything special coming up Mr. Levy, that you would like to talk about and tell everybody about where they can find you on social media and anything like that?
Well, I have Facebook. I have 3 Bob Levies, and then I have a Reverend Bob Levy fan page. And then on Instagram, I'm levybob. On Twitter, I'm Levy_sir. That's my new account there. And I do a podcast called Levyland. That's on syndicateradio.tv. We're at episode 6 now. 7 will go next week. And then I'm doing Miserable Men again, a show we did on Howard Stern's channels years ago. Me, Shuley, Mike Morse, and Mark Burns again. So we're starting that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Oh my gosh. I love watching you guys with Saul and Mike. I think is his name, Mike. I'm learning names. I think his name's Mike. Chris?
No. Wait, which show? Which show?
The one with
Rob.
Saul?
Oh, Rob Saul, Chris Abels. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Chris. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah,
that one that one cracks me up. I've been getting on there and watching, and just good times. That's what I love about it. I like the fun in it.
Oh yeah, that's all we do. We have fun. If it's not
yes,
fun,
and that's the point of life. So thank you again very much, and again, you're welcome back anytime. Both of you, even of course, both of you can come, or if one of you, Gina, we could have a girl one too.
Okay, and I'll be, this next week I'll be at Pennsylvania Hospital Monday through Friday.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, really.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I mean,
thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk to both of you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
So this week we have a question that I was going to ask Mr. Old Man.
Should we get the old man out?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right. Old man.
Old man. Old man.
Uh-oh.
The letter we have today is a very special one. Dear Carolyn and Brian, I recently found out my partner has been messaging somebody else. The messages are flirty and I am not happy with them at all. But as far as I am aware, my partner hasn't met up with this person they're texting. Would you end the relationship? We have been together for 5 years, and I have always said I don't want any flirting on social media or texting. I am a really jealous biatch. Thanks, Victor Marsa, GFY.
Wow. I didn't even get to the 7-year itch yet.
I know, right?
You got to use a powder for that,
The powder.
Nasty.
If it's a person they know, I don't feel comfortable. If it's that's just me. Like if it's someone they know and can like drive to or walk to, that's a fucking problem for me. If it's a celebrity and they're liking their picture, that's another thing.
Well, see, women like the celebrities out in California. I like Gladys down the street.
See, that would be a problem if you had Iris, you're dating Iris, and you're texting Gladys.
Oh, yeah.
Because Iris would know that you're flirting with Gladys, trying to get a little bit of strange.
Yeah, I like strange.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of strange?
I know a puppet named Strange. 6 arms. Now that's strange.
Yeah. Is he a spider?
I don't know.
So what do you think?
Smell my hand.
It smells like irises.
Been having fun.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us today. We hope you tune in. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with your friends. Again, I can't thank Sir Levy, Reverend Levy, and his beautiful wife, Gina. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.